Hey guys, so this is the next installment of the baby personality series that I'm doing, and this is India, and I've had her the longest out of my current collection. She was my third ever reborn that I made in my own collection, and she has been the longest one to stay. Oliver and Amelia, who were before her, belong now to my mum and my aunt. So India is a newborn baby sized sculpt, and she is the Cozy Sculpt by Linda K. Smith. She's about 21 inches long and has 3/4 limbs. She's quite chunky in like the size of her hands and her feet compared to other babies, but she's very little through her legs and her wrists and her arms, so she's kind of a hard baby to dress, but generally she wears newborn clothes. And so India's reborn date is the 23rd of March 2014, and she is a year old, or actually a year and a half pretty much. She has the same birthday as my dad. She was actually ready to be put together before that, but I purposely saved her for that date so they could have something special, and that's something that I really do like about India, and it's also one of the hardest things about India, which I will talk about further in this video. So basics about India: her name is India Rose. And there's quite a few reborns out there now called India Rose. I really like the name, and she's been around for so long now that I think it's kind of cool that there's others out there with the same name. And her nicknames are Indy and Indy Spindy. I don't know how I got that one, but she gets called that all the time. And then obviously Princess, and if I am posting on Instagram I always call her Miss India. I don't know why, but I do. Her iconic item, she's got two. Well, she's probably got more than this, but she has this pink bow that she always wears with just about everything, because most of her clothes are pink, and it matches just like so much. And then she has this strawberry pacifier, because of her mouth being open she can take pacifiers. But it doesn't really match this outfit. So that's her strawberry pacifier that I find is my favourite for her. So for clothing, most of the time her outfits are pink. She has the theme of a princess or fairy tale, so she has a lot of pink things, a lot of things that have princess crowns on it, or fairy tale pictures, or just things like that. She's got these really cool pants that have got gold crowns on them. If you've watched my videos you would have seen her in them plenty of times. But yeah, that's kind of her theme. As for her personality, and like I said in all my other videos, I know that she's a doll, but this just gives her something a little bit more than being an inanimate object. Her personality, I find that she's just kind of quiet and calming. She doesn't really have one that I find is something that stands out that I can talk about. However, she is the baby that has met the most people. Whenever I am asked, oh, bring out one of your reborns to show someone, it's generally been her that I bring out, because she's fooled a lot of people. Her painting has faded in some areas, as I was quite an amateur when I made her, and I have fixed her up a little bit, but she could probably do with some more. But otherwise she's been quite easy to fool people, and she's the one that if I wanted to take a baby out anywhere, I take her. She's just easy enough to take out, and she just looks like she's sleeping with her mouth open. I think that's what I love about her the most, is that her mouth is open, and I really like the fact that she looks like she's just so deeply asleep. It's one of my favourite things about her. And yeah, so what else have I got up here? The things, like I said, the things I love about her is that her mouth is open, and she's so peaceful looking. The things I don't like about her is her hair. I was convinced that this was really good mohair by a lady. She convinced me out of buying Slumberland mohair at first, and she sent me this stuff and I was not to know. It is very brittle hair. I've spoken about this before on one of my other videos. Very brittle, and I have rerouted her hair about 3 times now, I think, or it'll be coming up to the 3rd time. And I mean, the front looks alright, it's not too bad, but let's see if I can do this without it making it look too awkward. Can you guys see? She's really bald at behind, like super bald. And that's just because her hair just comes out, and oh my god, it's just such a nightmare. So, India is a baby that like I've had for so long now, and I said that I really like that she shares my dad's birthday, but I also hate it because she's the one that I most often think about selling, because my collection is growing so big and I've got like this need to have more realism. It's funny because she's the most realistic out of probably all my other babies, but I don't know, our bond goes up and then it goes down, and I have days or weeks even, where I don't even think of her, and then something will happen and I'll really love her again. But it doesn't last long, and yeah, I know she's just a doll, but there's the sentimental value of her being related to my dad's birthday, because like I say in all my videos, my dad passed away. He was tragically killed, and so I know it's really difficult to think of what to do, but she may be up for sale, I don't know. I'm kind of allowing my new baby girls that I've got 2 new girls on the way to kind of dictate whether or not I keep her or sell them or what. But she's super cute all the same. I really love the sculpt. It was the first time ever that I saw a sculpt that I fell in love with and had to have. Amelia's kit was honey sculpt, and everyone said it looked like me, so that's why I got Amelia. But for her, I just fell in love with the prototype pictures of her, and I just had to have her, and I was so excited when she arrived. So it's kind of like, it's hard because I think of those memories with her. But she was such a sweet nugget, and yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with her, but this has been her personality video. It's not much of a personality. It's really hard because she's a sleeper, so they find the sleepers are harder to talk about. But this is Princess India, and I'm going to film another video now, and hopefully it'll be up tomorrow for you guys. Bye!